of women, of youth, and also what are the challenges facing the Parliament in the coming period of time. And joining now me over the phone is Dr. Yasse Tantawy, who's a political analyst. Hello, sir. A very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, sir. Doctor, we're now watching the 596 members of Parliament reading out loud the national oath or constitutional oath. How do you see the Parliament in the coming period, especially that they are facing lots and lots of challenges?
I think we are on the right baseline now. We are now defining our initial step for real nation, actually. And whatever is happening now, rather we agree about some members, some about others, but that will not regret or deny the fact that we are on the right step. We are in the right way, lane, let's say. And I think maybe our dreams will be fulfilled in a matter of time, maybe in the next year. But we are all hoping that that will be initial step to define real political background, real political community, and maybe that will encourage other people to participate actively in the political from elections, from voting, and so on. So I think that will be appropriate. Maybe we will have some obstacles due to agreeing or disagreeing about some regulation that was processed in the last 2 years. But I think we have time to regulate everything properly.
So what do you think should be the priorities on the Parliament's agenda in the coming period of time, especially that they have lots of challenges in a very small period? What do you think should be the priorities in this agenda?
I think the real name of the current council is People Assembly. So I believe their main objective should be unify the nation regardless of any political issue as far as they are at the political work. I mean, we are not, of course, as we all agree, don't agree with any terror activity or whatever. But the role of our members now is to unify the nation under one umbrella to confront any threat that we can in the coming future.
And what's your opinion regarding the representation of youth, the representation of women, of farmers, and other categories in this Parliament?
As we say, it's a startup and it is innovative. But I think we are on the right track, as we said, and that is a nice move that we start knowing that everybody should participate somehow. And if there is any misleading issues currently that will be dealt with in the coming future, so the participation of women, the participation of community, minorities, regardless of the title, is it right or wrong, is in the right lane. So let's hope it is developed properly and more in depth, and let's hope that people will feel that we need a real parliament, actually. So that could be a nice startup for now.
So what's the message you would like to send to Egyptians right now, especially that opinions differ regarding this Parliament? I mean, not all people think or are greatly satisfied with this Parliament, but opinions differ. But now we have a Parliament, and this is the first Parliament after the 30th of June revolution, and it's the first Parliament in more than 3 years now. So what's the message you would like to send to Egyptians regarding the Parliament?
I think we need to make people understand the role of Parliament is regulatory and monetary issues, not to facilitate some services that should be by local communities and city halls and so on. So the main thing is people should understand the real role of Parliament and to understand that this is the first real Parliament since early 50s, let's say. So I think we need to have a matchmaking between members and people to understand what's the real role of Parliament, which is regulatory and monitoring over the government and so on, but not to facilitate some minor services to some people or facilities and so on. This is not and should not be the role of Parliament. Regulatory, reviewing things, and people should understand that. And they need to accept some mistakes that we all understand will happen as a fact, and will understand that this is a startup and any work should have mistakes, some good issues, but we need to understand that we accept it as it is for current being.
Okay, Dr. Yasse Tantawy, the political analyst, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, back now to our special coverage once more time as we are viewing now 596 members of parliament are reading out loud the constitutional oath. I would like to tell you some information about this parliament, which is the first parliament after the 30th of June revolution. It's also the first parliament since 3 years. So this House of Representatives convened on Sunday, which is today, and they are now attending the inaugural session, which is a procedural sitting. The members of parliament began the session with reading out loud the constitutional oath. And as we are watching now, the rest of the parliaments are reading out loud the constitutional oath. Dr. Baha Abu Shukka, the eldest member of this parliament, is in the opening and the lead speaker of the inaugural session, with or in accordance with the House's internal regulations. The two youngest members, Hassan Hussein and also Noha Al-Hamaili, were in the deputy speakers. This new parliament has 596